Hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you're new here. Today we have a really fun video. I talk with my hands a lot. I don't know what that's about, but I just want my channel to be a fun, book-loving, cozy little community where I just talk to you like we're on FaceTime. I feel like I've put so much pressure recently on trying to make the perfect, most aesthetic video and also just trying to say the right things when I'm only human. I don't have like a script for my videos and not really a whole lot to go off of other than my thoughts, if I even have any in this brain. If you guys saw my last video that I posted, I did a TBR video with Tyler, my husband. I had him pull from my TBR jar and read out the prompts, pick my books for me for the rest of April, which is super fun. I actually really enjoyed doing that video. He picked out a perfect TBR for me, which I'm obsessed with and has me so excited. But that brings me to the purpose of this video, which is trying to get through my TBR for the rest of the month. I wanted to do some sort of a challenge at first, but then again, going back to putting too much pressure on myself with these videos and stuff. Just want to see maybe how many pages I can read in a day trying to complete my TBR. I will be doing audiobooks, I will be doing Kindle reading, and I will be doing physical reading obviously as well. For example, I am listening to A Court of Silver Flames a little bit. I just started the graphic audio a couple days ago. I'm only like 2 chapters into it, but I love the graphic audio. It's so cool that there is a whole cast. Everyone has different voices. There's suspenseful music in certain parts of it so far, which I just love that. I think it's so smart for them to do that because it's like a movie in your head, even more so than just reading words on paper, you know what I mean? So I am listening to that. I do also have it on my Kindle for whenever this gets too heavy for me to hold, and I am physically reading it with the physical book. So that one I definitely have the audiobook for. I'm not sure which other ones I will listen to, but I believe I have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder on my Kindle as well, or maybe it's part of like Kindle Unlimited or something. I can't remember. But I actually started The Wish last night, and I can already tell this book is gonna wreck me. It's going to wreck me just like Safe Haven did, just like The Longest Ride did, just like The Notebook did, The Best of Me. Like every single time they wreck me, and I know I'm feeling it in my bones. I just got chills thinking about the main character of this book. It is quite literally gonna wreck me. Wreck me. Goodness. I read the back of it when I first got it. I think I ordered this one off of Book Outlet, but I didn't anticipate what is likely going to happen in this book. Not that I can tell the future or know what the ending is going to be, but I have a good feeling I know what's going to happen based off of other Nicholas Sparks books. So if you guys have read this book, definitely let me know your thoughts on it. I am on page 97, almost 98 in this paragraph of page 97. It's been really good so far. I don't really have a whole lot to say on it right now just because I'm maybe a fourth of the way through right now. But yeah, so I started this last night and then I read just a little bit ago, and I think I was around like the 70-ish page mark. I'm gonna see how much I can get through in this book. I do have a dinner to go to over at my dad's house tonight for one of my brother's birthdays, so that's gonna take a chunk of time for the night, but I know at least I've read 30-ish pages or so, or around there. So I'm gonna read a little bit more now. Need to pull out my annotation tabs though, because there's a few quotes in here that I actually really like. I already saved a couple of quotes in this book, and so I think I'm gonna pull out my annotation tabs and start annotating a little bit, or even just tabbing it. I may not even annotate, but just tabbing some of my favorite quotes. But I, again, am gonna see how many pages I can get through before I have to leave the house to head over to dinner. So let's go ahead and see how many pages I can get through for tonight. Also, sorry if the reflection on my glasses is disrupting anything. I noticed that in my last video that you could like barely see my eyes. I apologize if the reflection is throwing you guys off at all, but I'm gonna go read. Bye. I already know that I'm going to cry my eyes out with this book. I can just feel it already, and I'm on page 98, like 400. A little less than 400. I think there's like 387 pages in this book. I am barely a fourth of the way through, and I can already feel all of the emotions from this. I loved The Longest Ride by Nicholas Sparks. That's probably... I was going to say either that or Safe Haven are my favorite books that I've read by Nicholas Sparks. I don't know. They're so different. I can't really decide. I think if I had to choose, it would be Safe Haven. Maybe one day I'll have to go back through and do like a reread and re-rank some of his books, because it's been forever since I've read a Nicholas Sparks book. Until now. Oh my God, wait a minute. Oh my God, I'm literally gonna start crying if this is actually true. Oh my gosh. I think I just found something out. I don't know how the heck I even thought of that, but I'm getting chills again and again and again just thinking about what I just realized, which I don't think I'm supposed to be realizing yet. Oh my God. I've got to process this. I feel like I'm about to fall asleep. I do not need to fall asleep. I do not need to take a nap. I swear by Friday, I am so like checked out from work that like I feel like Fridays are normally my day where I desperately want to take a nap. But I'm not normally like a big nap person unless I'm sick. Yeah, I'm like about to doze off reading this because I am so comfy in my reading chair right now. This book is also really sweet so far. I'm sorry the lighting keeps changing. The clouds, it's like very overcast today outside, so it keeps changing up the lighting drastically. I'm currently on page 120. I feel like I've like gotten a good bit of the way through so far. So that would mean I've read like 50 pages so far today, which is great. I will take it. Hello you guys, it is the evening currently on Friday. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the page that I'm on now. I just got back from dinner at my dad's house for my brother's birthday. Disregard the fact that there are no sheets on my bed. I washed them today and I still have to put them on. So I have made it to page 151. So if I was around like the 70-ish mark, I've almost hit 100 pages. So if I can at least make it by the end of the night to page 170, I would be happy. So I'm gonna try to do that once I get ready for bed, and I'll give you guys an update in the morning. Good morning everyone, happy Sunday. I am currently getting ready for church, but I wanted to give you a quick update on where I'm at with my little how many pages I read in a day for a few days a week, however long this video ends up going. I did not read anything yesterday. I think I read 3 more pages of The Wish yesterday. I basically was not home at all. Didn't really have time to do any of that, but right now I'm listening to A Court of Silver Flames, the graphic audio version, and it's so interesting. I've never listened to an audiobook like that before, so it has been a really cool experience. Half the time that I do my makeup, I just hope and pray that I get everything blended out and looking okay, because I have terrible vision and I don't have contacts in right now. I'm just hoping for the best. Around where I left off in The Wish, I had what I'm pretty sure is my guess of what happens in the end of the book, or I don't know if it'll happen in the end, maybe it'll happen in the middle. I feel like I caught that very early. I don't know if I'm right or not, but we will see. I'm gonna try to get more reading done in that book today. Then obviously also, oh my gosh, my dog. Also listening to the audio version of Silver Flames a little bit. We have church today, and then we have plans to go get coffee and walk around a market with a couple of friends for a bit. So I honestly don't know how long we will be gone, but I know I can at least listen to a little bit of this today and then read some more of The Wish tonight. I hope to finish that book the next day or two because it's so good. I haven't stopped thinking about it. I am going to continue listening to this book and
Hey.
Good morning.
Hi.
You scared the crap out of me. And get ready for church. I'm in my guest bedroom now, by the way, because there's a mirror in here that I can sit on the ground floor to get ready at. I like to sit on the ground sometimes and get ready. I feel like at some point I would like to go back through all of the other books in the ACOTAR series and listen to them with the graphic audio, because I already love it. I'm still in like the first or second chapter of Silver Flames, but I love it. It's so good, and I love that every character has a different voice casted for them. Gotta go dry my hair now. I'm trying to untangle this necklace to put on that I had tossed in one of my bags recently, and it got wrapped around like my gym ring thing that I put on. Now there's like a big knot in it. Oh well, I'll do that on my way to church. But here is my outfit for the day. Little Amazon dress. We love her. It comes in so many colors. Then I've got these little white sheen cowboy boots. I realized that I did not have very many dresses, so I went straight to Amazon and picked one out to make myself feel a little more girly. I'll update you guys later whenever I either listen to more of Silver Flames or read more of The Wish. Happy Sunday. Hello everyone, it is Wednesday. I know it's been a couple days since I've come on here and updated you on where I'm at with all the books on my TBR, but it's been a busy past couple of days. We'll just say that. Sunday was very busy. We went to church. After church, we went to brunch with a couple friends. Then we went downtown. I think I caught you guys up right before all of that. And then after that, we went to this grand opening weekend for a new place close to downtown. Went to the mall and then ran around there for a bit with my family. And then after the mall, we went to, before we went to the mall, we went to a brewery downtown with my family. And then we went to the mall. Then we went to Trader Joe's. Sunday was extremely busy. I didn't really have a whole lot of time to be reading or anything like that. I read maybe a couple pages that night. And then Monday was my day in the office. Obviously didn't get a whole lot of physical reading done, but while I was scanning stuff, I was able to listen to A Court of Silver Flames. On the way to and from work, I was able to listen Tuesday, which was yesterday. What did I even do Monday night? I don't remember what I did Monday night. Yesterday, I had a very busy work day. I was able to listen to Silver Flames a little bit yesterday, as well as whenever I went to the gym, I listened to it while I worked out. Also, while I was at the gym, I was able to read a little bit of The Lost Bookshop, which is one of my book club books this month. I read that on the Kindle app on my phone while I was on the treadmill. Last night, I also read more of The Wish. I'm in between 3 different books right now. Honestly, I know a lot of people can only do one book at a time. I totally get it. Now, today, I was planning on going to the gym, but it's so gloomy out. I also had a really, really good workout yesterday, probably because of Nesta. She's a bad bitch, if you will. So I don't know if it was Nesta that was inspiring me while I was listening at the gym yesterday to Silver Flames, but I loved it. Today, I'm gonna go ahead and just like not do the gym. I might go on a walk here in a little bit if the wind slows down. That's what I was planning on, but I'm wondering if it's gonna rain again. So I don't know, we may be scratching that. What else do I have to update you on? I guess that's pretty much it. I can give you guys a breakdown of everywhere that I'm at. Where's my cellular device? So I have found all of my places in all the books that I'm reading right now. I'll go ahead and start with the book that I'm physically reading. So in The Wish, I've made it to page 190. I am pretty much halfway through this book and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I will be picking this back up here in just a minute. And then we have A Court of Silver Flames, which I have mostly been listening to. I read the first chapter on either Friday or Saturday of last week, but that's as far as I got. And I didn't realize how much I'd actually listened to. I am on page 207 already, which is actually crazy. I have read/listened to about 200 pages of A Court of Silver Flames in the last couple days. On my Kindle, I've been reading The Lost Bookshop. I read a little bit of that yesterday while I was on the treadmill at the gym, and now I am currently on page 89. I've probably only read like 30 pages, 20, 30 pages of this on my Kindle, and there's 414 pages according to Kindle on this book. So I actually need to hustle it up because our book club meeting is next Saturday on like the 27th. I'm only 20% through, which is fine. I like it so far. I'm a little bit confused, but I feel like it's really gonna pick up here soon where I'm at. That is pretty much my update on everywhere that I'm at in these books, the amount of pages that I've read, the amount in general that I've read. I'm actually surprised that I've gotten so much done in the past couple days with how busy I've been. So that's actually a nice surprise. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up The Wish again and get back into this heartwarming story. I'll keep you guys updated starting on 190. This book is definitely giving your typical Nicholas Sparks book, which I actually really enjoy. Not so much romance as he typically does, but his like underlying messages always come through. This one is definitely more about the main character's like backstory. Nicholas Sparks, like he just has a way of writing and getting like certain life messages across, which I really enjoy. Oh no. Do not involve a dog in a book, ever. If something happens to this dog, I'm gonna lose it. Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah, that's me right now because it's been a few days since I have picked up this camera and updated you guys on where I'm at with my how many pages I read in a day challenge. Yeah, this is like so a failed video, but I'm just gonna call it a reading vlog at this point. Maybe a failed reading challenge. I don't know, but I have not been able to update you guys very much because I've been so busy this last week. I'm updating you now because I did finish 2 of the 3 books that I was reading for this video. These glasses glare so badly too, so I apologize, but I can't see without them unless I guess I could do like this. How does that look? Does that look silly? I'll keep them up. just in case. So I'm gonna update you guys on what I finished, what I have not finished yet for this vlog, because I have another one that I want to film here very shortly, maybe even start today. I'm so excited about it, so stay tuned for my next reading vlog. But I wanted to update you guys on the other 3 books that I've been reading. Starting off, we have The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. I finished this yesterday. I read most of what I had left yesterday, just because the last few days I hadn't had any time to pick it up. This book was amazing. I would probably give this book, it was really close for me to a 5-star. Like, I would probably give this one a 4.5 to a 4.75 stars. It was so good. Your typical Nicholas Sparks book, it's gonna be really sad at certain points. Typically the ending has like a very bittersweet theme surrounding it, and that's definitely the case with this book. I will be thinking about a couple of these characters in this book for a good bit. It was amazing. What I loved most about this book too, similar to a couple of his other books like The Notebook and The Longest Ride, is that you kind of have a dual timeline where it goes back and forth between telling a story about the character's past or reading from a journal or notes or something like that. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying. That was a sort of similar main theme in this book as well. Hey, Gail. Hey. Hey. So sorry about that. I had a incoming phone call from my mother-in-law. Love her. She's in Mexico right now on a cruise, and I'm so jealous. She was like walking around the little market like, hey, do you want this? Would you guys use this? Do you like this? Bringing this back for you. I'm like, anyway, as I was saying, I just love the past references being brought up to like the main point or purpose of the book. This was just so good. By the way, I was right on my very early on guess of like a big thing that you find out at the end. I do wish that I hadn't guessed that or even thought of that early on, because I feel like if I had been surprised and shocked at that main point, I don't want to give any spoilers, so I'm being very vague, but if I had been surprised by the point that I did end up calling very early on, this probably would have been a 5-star, but where I had that in the back of my mind for the entire book, pretty much, it wasn't so much of a shock whenever obviously it came about at the very end. And then the other main thing that ends up happening at the end, it's very obvious that it's going to happen anyway. It's because it's Nicholas Sparks. If you've read Nicholas Sparks before, that's the only reason I didn't give it a 5-star, just because I knew 2 of the main things that were going to happen at the very end, so I wasn't surprised. But it was very sweet, very bittersweet ending, amazing themes. I loved it. I loved it. I highly recommend it if you just want to read a bit of a more emotional book. I mean, hello, read the author's name. Like, you're gonna get that with this book. So let me know if you've read this. I really enjoyed it. And then the other book that I finished out of my 3 was The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. I had a lot of time finally yesterday to read, so that was so nice. I've also been listening to that book on Spotify a lot. The Lost Bookshop. It really confused me for most of the book. To be honest, I have no idea what happened. Don't ask me any questions on it, because I could not tell you any information about that book. I was really excited about it, which is what's so sad. I thought it was going to be a lot different than it was. It ended up being more of just like a general fiction, maybe semi-historical fiction in a sense. Maybe it is historical fiction. See, I don't know anything about it, and it was like a 400-page book. I started reading it physically on my Kindle and then just could not focus, could not get into it unless I was literally on the treadmill at the gym, and that was the only distraction that I had to keep me going on the treadmill. How embarrassing is that? I ended up listening to it once I was out of Spotify jail and finished it that way. It did go back and forth by chapter with point of views, which was sort of interesting, but also I just couldn't get into it. I really don't know what else to say. I haven't rated this one on Goodreads yet. It was one of my book club books that I had to finish by this weekend because I have a book club meeting coming up on Saturday. I would probably end up giving it maybe like a I wouldn't even get, I don't know. I don't know anything about it and it really didn't interest me much. So I'd probably give it like a 2.75, somewhere in there. I need to think on it a little more, even though I have no thoughts about it in my head. And then the last book that I was reading for this vlog was A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I still have not finished this book. It is a gargantuan book, and I have been listening to a lot of it. I want to say I'm in between like 40 and 50% of the way through, but I'm listening to the graphic audio. If you've read A Court of Silver Flames, everyone says it is the most spicy book of the series, which totally fine. Give me some spice. I don't care. But the graphic audio, and I'm not even halfway yet, y'all. And I've heard that it just keeps on going. Once it gets started, it just keeps on the rest of the book. The graphic audio is graphic audioing. Okay, so I might have to switch back to physically reading it on my Kindle and the physical copy of the book because I'm cringing. I'm cringing out so hard. It can be awkward if you're like around other human beings. Other than like the spice situation, I do really love the graphic audio just because everyone has a different voice and it's really easy to know who's speaking. It's good for dialogue purposes mainly. And then also there are some like sound effects and some music to kind of like heighten the vibe of the part of the book that you're in. So I do love it for that a lot. I just love the whole series. It's so stinking good. That's really all I have to say. That is pretty much it for this failed reading vlog. I apologize that I have let you guys down on this one, but I'm still gonna post it just because this was still really fun. Why not, you know? I do have another reading vlog planned out, hints in the background. Hopefully I'll be able to get to that maybe today to start. Don't know how long it'll be before I get it up, but I'm very excited about it. So stay tuned for another really fun reading vlog. If you guys have any ideas of videos that you want to see from me, definitely let me know in the comments. I love all of you that watch my videos so much. Thank you for watching, subscribing, liking my videos. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye. Love you.